Hey guys, it's Fiona from Eventide Reads and welcome back to the channel. I know I've been gone for a few weeks, life got crazy as it sometimes does, and I just haven't felt like recording videos, which kind of sucks because there are a few things I want to talk about, so hopefully I'll get to them soon. But in the meantime, I thought I would bring you a book haul because who does not love a good book haul? I'm dubbing this book haul Manga Madness book haul because there's a lot of manga in this book haul. I may have gone slightly overboard, but we got paid and we got a small bonus, so I kind of spent a little bit of money, but I think it's worth it. So I might as well start with the manga, but before then I just want to talk about a graphic novel I've gotten into, and that graphic novel is Snot Girl by Brian Lee O'Malley and Leslie Hung. Brian Lee O'Malley has written the story and Leslie has done the illustrations. This is issue 1 and 2. I think this is, so this is Leslie's illustration on issue 1, but I have a variant cover for issue 2. I love Brian Lee O'Malley, and I didn't realize for a while I was following Leslie on Instagram already. When they announced that they were doing a collaboration for a new graphic novel, I was like, I am so there. Normally I would wait for the sort of finished bind-ups, but I decided to collect the issues of this and see how I felt about it. So far, really enjoying it, really curious to what the heck is going on, but it's really interesting. So let's go into that here manga, and I have finally Orange Volume 2! Yay! So I bought it and read it and fell in love and cried a little bit, and I'm going to do a full review of Volume 1 and 2 very, very soon, which is what I've been meaning to do for like 3 weeks now and just have not had a chance to do. But that video is coming, I promise.
Hello. You've been in trouble. Yeah.
Next on the list is Fruits Basket Volume 3. So this now concludes the part of the story that I knew from the anime. So I'm very, very interested to see what Volume 4 holds, which is due out very, very soon. And I'm sure I will be doing a mini review of the series so far soon as well. I then have 2 new volumes of series that I have started collecting, and that is Behind the Scenes Volume 2. This is by Bisco Hattori, who is the author of Auron High School Host Club. I always have trouble saying that. This is really fun, really quirky, a bit out there, possibly too many characters, but it's still good fun. Very, very slow coming out. I don't think the next one's due till either Christmas or after Christmas. So a little bit of a wait, unfortunately. I also have the new Horimiya volume, which is volume 4. Really, really enjoying this series, and the end of this book, oh my god. I need book 5, again, a very slow series coming out, but amazing. Then I bought a whole load of new stuff to try. First off is Lizelot and Witch's Forest. I'm assuming this is like, I think it's meant to be like Hansel and Gretel and other load of fairy tale-y type things, but it is by Natsuki Takaya. Oh my gosh, I can't say the name, I'm so sorry. Who is obviously the illustrator and writer of Fruits Basket, which is why I bought this. I believe this is the first time this has been available in English in the UK anyway. Could be wrong, was the first time I've ever seen it, so I picked it up to buy, obviously.
The first one of that is Upside Down, so try it again.
The next 2 books are books that I've been debating about buying for quite some time. The first one of that is Noragami, Stray God. This is by Adachitoka, if I've pronounced that somewhat correctly. This is about a god who is basically forgotten, and so if you pay a small fare, if you pay a small fee even, he will attempt to grant your wish or whatever, and I'm assuming things get very, very out of hand. But there's quite a lot of books in the series, it looks quite popular, so I thought I would finally delve into it. And another one we've had on the shelf for some time that I've and ahed about is Carnival by Taoya Mikanagi. Forgot how hard it was to pronounce Japanese. I love, love, love the cover illustrations, and it's a bind-up volume of 2, and it just looks really interesting. And yeah, I'm curious to see what it's all about. And then I've started a new series, which is Alice in the Country of Hearts. This is omnibus volumes 1, 2 and 3, which I believe is the set. This is based on a game by Quinn Rose, one of those sort of Japanese dating sim type games, which I find to be hilarious to watch people play, especially when they put on voices and stuff. So this is really interesting. It is Alice in Wonderland, weird and wonderful. Is like literally weird and wonderful is all I can think of right now. I read the first volume, so I bought 2 and 3 because we had them in the shop. And yeah, excited to see what happens. Whew, that's it for manga that I bought this month. There was a lot of manga and my cat's jumping around like a madman. I did buy some other books, as well as I received a lot of books to review and some unsolicited. Let's talk about the books that I bought this month, because there's some very interesting books for me, very different books, and I'm very excited. So let's start off with some classics. There are some new books from Penguin in the Originals series, and that is Zack for Zachariah and I Capture the Castle, the two that I have bought from the series thus far. I Capture the Castle is a book I have never read. My boss convinced me to buy it, and she's been raving about Zack for Zachariah because it's been out of print for like a decade or something. So I'm currently reading that, as you can see, and it is really refreshing in a weird kind of way. And I hope to maybe review this when I'm finished, just because it's the first kind of sort of classic YA that I've ever read, and I think it could be really interesting. Carrying on the theme of classics, they have rejacted The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood for the teen market. This is from Vintage. They've just given it a cover and have reclassified this edition as teen because a lot of people have studied it at school and university and stuff. And again, I've never read it, and I wasn't sure about the cover, and then I saw it in person. I kind of fell in love with it. So again, it's, you know, classic dystopian, and I really want to read it. The last 3 books I bought this month are very different to the 3 classics. We have The Nakano Thrift Shop by Hiromi Kawakami, and translated by Alison Markin Powell. This is about a girl who works in a thrift shop and about the people she meets, and it just seems almost like it could be not so many short stories but self-contained stories within a story, and it just seems really interesting. And yes, the cover is beautiful. I love photography, and it's just, yes, spoke to me. And every time I walked past it I was like, ooh, kept picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. So I went, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. So I have it. I haven't read it yet, but I'm very excited to get to it soon. I then have 2 books by the same author. The first is Prep by Curtis Sittenfeld, and I also have Eligible by Curtis Sittenfeld. I haven't read either of these, but I've been really, really curious about Eligible. Booksellers have said great things about it. And then Prep is one of my booksellers who I work a lot with, Hannah's favourite books, so she convinced me to buy it. And I'm really, really excited to read these books and see what it's all about. And now I have some books that were unsolicited and requested and generally kind of awesome from the publishers. So let's start off with something a little bit different, and that is a picture book. And this is The Darkest Dark by astronaut Chris Hadfield, who I wish I was related to, but we do share a surname. That's probably as close as I'm going to get. So I don't normally get picture books, but I got this, which came with a load of flying saucer like sweets, which was amazing. I ate them all. It was brilliant. Very excited about this. Very excited to, next time I see my niece and nephew, I will take it up to them and we will hopefully get to read it to them, and I'll see what they think of it. I requested 1 book this month, and that was Monstrous, Volume 1, Awakening by Majori Liu and Sana Takeda. I'm not, as you probably have figured out by now, I'm not a huge fan of very traditional graphic novels. I like a little bit quirky, a little bit colourful, but the illustrations in this are just something else. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it or not, but hopefully it's going to be beautiful. And I mean, look at that on the back, like, that's so cute. And all the detail on the front, it's just, oh, it's so pretty. And I'm really, really excited to read it. Thank you to Diamond Distributors, I think it's Diamond. Yeah, so Diamond Diamond Book Distributors, thank you very much, and also to Image Comics. I won a book this month on our intranet at work. There was, a couple of weeks ago, the chance to win a signed proof of a certain author, and we had to send an email telling them why we loved this author. There was a chance to win a special edition hardback or a signed paperback. I didn't win the special edition hardbacks, even though I still really want the special edition hardback proofs, because they did them for Clariel and I didn't get that either, and that's probably a clue as to who it is. And it is Golden Hand by Garth Nix. So every single book I have from Garth Nix is signed, even the proofs, and this is the first sequel to the series, and now I kind of want to go back and read the series because I love Sabriel. I absolutely adore them. I didn't get a chance to read the whole trilogy before Clariel came out. I think I just read Sabriel. So this is about L'Ariel, who's the main character in book 2. And I kind of want to go back and read them all. This is due out in October, so maybe I'll have time to do that. There's so many books I want to go back and read right now that it's just, I think I need to give in to that urge because I'm not reading anything new. And I think that's why I've tried different things, like buying children's classics and stuff, because I was never interested in that before, but I am now because I want to try new things. So maybe I'll go back and reread for a little bit and then go back to reading, and I think that might help, maybe. I don't know. But yes, thank you so very, very much, Bonnier and Hotkey Books. You guys are the bestest. And then I have 3 books left to show you, all unsolicited. The first of which is Defender by GX Todd. Basically, it's I'm guessing kind of psychological, maybe a little bit sci-fi. Basically, there is another voice in your head that is not your voice, but it tells you to do things. And what would you do if it told you to kill someone? That's kind of the premise of this book. I don't know much else about it, but thank you to Headline for sending it to me. I think it's a YA, but it could be a YA crossover. It sounds like it might be a little bit YA, but I don't know much about it, so we'll see. Then I got a copy of Furthermore by Tara Murphy. I really, really enjoyed Tara Murphy's Shatter Me book. I've read the first one, I have the second one, not ready yet. But really, really happy that Furthermore is getting an actual, like, legitimate publication and not something I have to order from America. This is from Penguin, so thank you to Penguin for sending this our way at work. This is middle grade, and I don't know much else about it except it's Tara Murphy, and I'm sure it's going to be a little bit weird and a little bit wonderful, and this cover is just to die for. And lastly, I have the new Nicola Yoon book, The Sun is Also a Star. Hilariously, we were talking about this book and I said the words, they've started sending out proofs in America. I've seen people with them on Instagram. And we were looking at upcoming books and deciding what we might want to put on tables and things like that. Literally wrote this down on the list, went downstairs to our staff room, the post had come and there was a copy of this in it. Like, how crazy is that? It's like they knew. So now I really need to read Nicola Yoon. Because I haven't read everything yet either. But everything is supposed to be amazing. So I'm sure this is amazing too. I have so many books I want to read. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you. Actually ridiculous. So yes, thank you to, is this Penguin Random House? Thank you so, so much for this. And thank you to all the publishers and people who make me want to buy books and love books. And yeah, I'm having a great time with books right now. I am definitely reading a lot slower than I used to, but I think I'm also enjoying the books more. But reading slowly stresses me out because I feel like I should be reading more, but I'm enjoying the books more reading slow. It's a complicated thing in my head. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I will do some reviews soon, hopefully, but I will be intermittent basically for the rest of the foreseeable future. Yay! In case you guys didn't know, I've changed our book club Twitter, so if you want to know about YA books, teen books, things that are happening in Manchester, all our events, books we're excited about, things that are just so exciting, and you want to see weird gifs, like I've already used the Sailor Moon gif, come on guys. then check out the down bar because I'll put all the information for the new Twitter down below. It is a work-related Twitter, but it's still going to be a lot of fun, and you can interact with me and my co-worker Kimi, who is also a blogger. So I will leave her link down below as well, and you can interact with us there, and we'll talk all things YA, and it's going to be amazing. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!